Resident Evil.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone, situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we are searching for the helicopter of our compatriots, Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Haven't found it yet?
No, not yet, Brad. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The Bravo Team was sent in to investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris!
Bravo Team's helicopter was a derelict. Save for the remaining body of Kevin. We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
I'll talk when there's actual gameplay going on. Maybe just to explain the mechanics.
Hey! Brad! Where the hell's he going? Chris, this way! Make for that mansion!
There are only 3 STARS members left now. Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
What is this place?
Not quite your ordinary house, that's for sure.
Hey, Wesker, where's Chris?
Jill, no! You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that?
Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
I'm going with her. Chris and I go back a long way.
All right. You two go. I'll secure this area.
Stay sharp.
How about now? Is that a little bit better? I'm like almost swallowing my microphone at this point.
A dining room. I think you'd better take a look at this.
What is it?
Blood. Jill,
Hope this isn't.
see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
Okay, so first thing you might have noticed is I went ahead and unquipped my gun. You run 50% faster when you have no item equipped or the knife. So most of the time in between rooms you don't want to be walking around with the gun. There's scarcity. I don't actually know if this version counts cutscenes or not. We'll find out when the run's complete. If it's under 2 hours, then
Barry!
What is it?
we're good.
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it! What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
There's actually a hidden cutscene in this game if you do things a little differently at the beginning of the mansion there.
Wesker! Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Good idea. Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay then, I'll try the door on the other side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could easily get lost. Let's start from the first floor.
Okay.
Oh! I almost forgot. It's a lockpick. You'd make better use of it.
Maybe you, the master of unlocking, can use
Thanks. I may need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. Got it?
Okay.
it. If you don't go around the post there, you don't have to switch screens. So, a couple of zombie dodges coming up here. You saw a little bit of what I call what everybody in the Resident Evil community calls stair skating. You mash the run button and the forward button on stairs and you move faster. Be a lot of that going on in this game. 2 zombie dodges coming up while we go to grab the golden arrow. Well, the arrowhead to be more specific. This is what is dubbed as the murder hallway. A lot of enemies in this hallway. Second time we come through here, this Crimson Head will be up and attacking us. You want to hug that corner. Make that zombie lunge and miss. This zombie coming up here on the left, I have no honest way of avoiding him. Oh, he's not there. Okay. That must just be on hard then. I think I put this on an easier difficulty setting because I wanted to practice the bosses. So, there's a zombie over on the other side of this upper floor. As long as you don't go over to him, he'll never aggro on the one side, so you don't have to worry about him. When you go out here into the graveyard on hard mode, there's going to be 2 zombies inside. You can actually shoot and kill these zombies. They will not come back as Crimson Heads. The reason being, they're outside the Elder Crimson Head area, so if you kill them, they do not resurrect. Pick up the shotgun shells. Go into the bottom of the graveyard. Sometimes mashing can actually get you in trouble. Like right there, if you mashed, it would have you examine the arrowhead instead of going to the use option. So see how the walking animation gets cut off from Jill? It actually saves quite a bit of time over the run to stair skate. The funny thing about this game is, like, 90% of it is just memorization. Remembering which path to take, which doors to go straight to, which enemies to avoid. So on different difficulty settings, it's it could be really, really awkward. Because, like, sometimes you'll see me dodge or, like, take specific paths, and there won't be a zombie to dodge. Because I'm just so used to doing it on hard. Real survival in hard mode, pretty much everything one-shots you. But with the path that you have laid out, it's usually a good thing to do your routing. Because you can actually get by with like a couple of heals here and there. In a speedrun, you're going for time, so you don't care about taking damage. If it was a no damage run, or no saves run, it's a different story. I'm not going to be saving throughout this run either. It dies where it dies. I actually haven't died in this game at all. I was saving that achievement for last. Get all the other achievements and then die for the first time. I think it was kind of funny, I put it up in the group chat earlier in the day, that Xbox was saying that I was close to the die for the first time achievement in this game. I think it was trying to tell me something. Okay, so now we grab the chemical for plants. It won't be used until far later, after we already activate the Richard poison cure. The majority of this game is spent in the first mansion. If you don't come back in through this room, those zombie dogs will never aggro. If you want to, on Jill, you can go into that room right there, and they actually have a extra defense item inside the tub. She automatically kills the zombie that gets out of the bathtub, so you don't have to worry about it like on Chris's. On Chris's, you have to dodge him, and then he walks into the hallway. We will never be going through this portion of the mansion ever again, so it's not really a big deal if you fill the entire hallways with enemies. Pick up the dagger, pick up the shotgun, and enter the only cutscene that I never skip in the game. the director's cut in the original Resident Evil. That's some old school trap right there. Indiana Jones Temple of Doom stuff. Check the first door, turn around immediately, check the second door.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill! You in there?
Barry? Get me out of here! The door's jammed!
You probably know this cutscene pretty well by now, right?
Grab my hand!
It's a famous one.
Barry.
That was a close one. A second late, you would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Really?
Nice.
Thanks. But Barry, didn't you say you were going back to the dining room to find other clues?
The good old
I'm
Jill
glad
sandwich
and all,
line.
but why are you here?
Gone forever.
I just had something I wanted to check. Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
When you play
Don't mention
Revelations, they reference that joke about Jill sandwiches. Claire actually references it. And, Moira, I think? His daughter's name? I can't remember. Terrible with names. Okay, now the first zombie that you shoot with the shotgun is an automatic decapitation. I don't kill that zombie there because he's easy to dodge. You just hug the inside corner and it will always lunge at you. Every time you come out of the door, hug, like immediately hold up and left, and hug the inside corner, and you shouldn't have any trouble. I don't even think I need these. Just put all that stuff away. All we really need is the key. We're going for the dog whistle, so. Go. Okay. Or he'll prove me wrong. And then bite me, because why not? Now this one, get close to the corner. Oh wait, I need the dog whistle first. That dog whistle isn't in this room. This is the map room. I went in the wrong door. So this is about where I would reset. I already made 2 huge mistakes. Unfortunately, when you go into the wrong room in this game, there's like the door loading in and out, so it takes up a lot of time. Get him to lunge at the corner, and then run around him. The corner eats up his action, so he can't grab you afterwards. I think on easy there's no zombies in this hallway. Oh, I just got an achievement. Giant snake got nothing. Defeat Jan using Jill. Great. I'm not even at that portion of the game. That portion of the game is like 20 minutes from now. I love it. Xbox is so horrible with their notifications. Okay, so to grab the dog whistle, exit the note, turn around, grab the lighter. We'll need that for after we save Richard. A lot of this is inventory management. Oh, you're awesome too, Ghost. I love you, man. How you doing, man? Okay, so back out into the main hallway. This side has been cleared for now. We go for the next key.
Barry.
Jill, got any good news?
Other than I'm still alive in this madhouse? No.
Can't say it's much safer here either. We'd better secure our escape route first. There's gotta be a back door somewhere.
Alright then, let's split
Back
up
door.
again.
Hey, hold on a sec. Look what I've found.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours. Hopefully you won't have to use it.
Yeah, I probably should have followed suit.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see.
Man,
Thanks. I'll take it.
See you later.
Jill
Ciao.
seems like awfully snarky. Of course, Barry seems pretty infatuated with this Magnum. Defense items don't take up an inventory slot. Unlock this door, go straight ahead. Don't even bother going anywhere else. With Chris, you have to get small keys for all these doors, but with Jill, she's got the lockpick, so she can just open them up right off the bat. I suggest going down here and then using the dog whistle. Because that way he has to turn the corner. And when you shoot him, he should be right at the door. So you can just pick it up and leave. Otherwise, the other dog might actually catch up. Once you open up this door and you get through, examine the collar, hit the button. You'll already be in the examination for the key, or the coin rather, so just turn it into the key. Flip it around, look at the armor, fake armor key, and then back out of that menu. There is a zombie that I want to decap. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so once you use a defense item, you can get it back by blowing the zombies up. That one is a problematic one, and I wanted to decap him for our first decap, because later on he will spawn at the other side of the staircase. When you enter this room, make sure that you make a straight line right to the fake key room, because the Crimson Head will get up. And now that is a one-way hallway. If you go back into that hallway, there's 2 zombies and a Crimson Head, so you want to make sure that you enter it from the right angle. Okay, so take the key. Concerned Doge. Not the doggos. Anything but the doggos. It's funny because I don't have splits for any of this stuff, like normal speedrunners. But now that I'm streaming this, I actually have the time that I've, like the duration that I've streamed for him. So at least that helps me out a little bit on my overall time. Now as long as you run straight, the Crimson Head and the other zombie won't aggro. If you went to the door, you could go straight to the door, but it's a little iffy. I like going down this hallway because there's nothing to worry about. There is one zombie in this hallway up here, but he's far down by the music room. And we won't even bother with him until later on. Our first door is long before that. Right here, actually. And then we'll go through the dining room. And then I believe we grab the grenade launcher next. I want to say it's which person is dead here on the veranda? Rain, you probably know. Kenneth was in the hallway back there in the dining room from Bravo. I don't know which one is this one's name. Don't bother checking his body twice. He'll get up. He is a zombo. You gotta be really careful about your button presses in certain areas of this game, or you will really screw yourself. Okay, so now we go to temporarily save Richard. The reason why we would temporarily save Richard, I mean, it is a speed run, so you do want to get it done fast as humanly possible, but if you save Richard, he gives you the assault shotgun, which we will use in place of the regular shotgun for the rest of the run.
Richard! What happened? You're wounded!
This whole place is a killing zone.
Killing zone.
There are monsters.
Good game.
What did this to you?
A big snake. And it
Big
had to
snake.
be poisonous.
Poisonous? Richard, hold on.
Bring me serum. I saw some, but didn't bring any.
I'll go and get it, okay? You're gonna make it.
Thanks.
Richard needs proper inventory management. Next time he can bring his own serum. I just realized we never go through the crow room in the entire game, in the entirety of the game. Huh. The more you know. Probably for the best too. I don't like killing birds. Okay, so this zombie, never have to worry about it. Any zombie on a different Z coordinate will automatically puke at you, so you could just run right past them. I say that knowing full well that he's gonna spawn inside the hallway in the next scene. Okay, put away the grenade launcher, the grenades, and the first mentioned key. You do not need any of those. Grab the serum, and now we go to do the plant puzzle. There's a 3-minute timer that starts when you first talk to Richard. If you don't do things in a timely manner, he will die. Oh god. Okay, yeah, I didn't think so. Well, that's why we carry defense items. Just hold that for me, buddy. I mean, you could technically get a stun battery charge out of that right room there, but I think in easy mode there's one right here. Yeah. When you come back through this hallway, it will populate with zombies. By the time we need to go down this hallway again, though, it's not really going to matter, because there's going to be a bunch of hunters all over the place. Chemical. Hey, how's it going, Cream? Make sure that when you run out of this room, you always get stuck behind the plant thing, like I do. I always get stuck behind those plants. Oh yeah, door rando in this is absolutely hilarious. Until you run into a room with like 5 pirates. And then you're like, okay, I think I've had enough of this. Of course, that's enemy rando. Some door randos I heard are actually incompletable, if I'm not mistaken. You have to like glitch them out to get the key items. Sometimes they'll put the key items behind a glitched door or door you can't get to. Yeah. It is rare. I think like 1 in 50 or something like that. Someone got stuck in the ceiling, but they managed to get out. That's awesome. Hey, we
Here,
saved Richard.
I'm gonna give you a shot. Hang in there.
That's hilarious, though.
Here's my radio. Take it. I'm... Does it ever not hurt?
Oh, not the bees. Not the bees. I ain't playing no games. Yeah, seriously, he dies in every single scenario. And it's funny too, because no matter how much you save Richard, he just keeps getting worse and worse deaths. You save him from poison, he gets eaten by a snake. Save him from the snake, he gets eaten by a shark. He's just not having a good day. Oh, come on. Seriously? Stupid bookshelf. Take this. Oh, I thought I had a battery pack. That's okay. I might be able to make it around him. Nope. Oh, wow. His body bounced. That was nice. It's a good thing I'm not playing as Chris. That guy will get up as Crimson Head, but it doesn't really matter. The next time that we're in this room, we're just going straight to the snake anyways. As long as we got the music notes, we're good. Finally grab the fake emblem from above the fireplace. I'm gonna ice the zombie in the hallway too, because I just don't feel like dodging him. Besides, when we run out of ammo with the regular shotgun, it's not like we're ever gonna use it again. At the point at which you get the next key, you're gonna be using the assault shotgun anyways. Come on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Nice. I'll take a decap. Decaps are nice. That means no Crimson Heads later on. Admittingly, though, that Crimson Head is pretty far down the hallway, so we don't have to worry about him too much. You only have to push this bookshelf once. Literally so that the camera angle changes. With Chris, you have to have Rebecca play, and then enter the main hallway again. For it to activate the Moonlight Sonata scene. Not with Jill, though. She can play the piano. They should have put like a drum set in one of the other ones with Chris. Chris doesn't know how to play piano, but he knows how to play drums. Or guitar. Little Birdie told me that they're actually in the process of remaking 3. Just like they remade 2. So, definitely gonna be down for that. 3 was a lot of people's favorite Resident Evil. Spend too much time in this hallway, and that other zombie's gonna bust out of that door. Yeah, right. Oh, man. It doesn't matter which direction you use the large gear. Just make sure that you put it in twice. It's gotta be 6 o'clock. You can turn it left or right. Left is the closest dialogue option, so I always choose that. I could technically play this game in Japanese and it would be quicker. Okay, so that key is specifically used for the on door, which we are going to go fight now. Chinese? Less space font-wise. That makes sense. Mandarin? Chinese? That hallway, the next time we're in it, we'll have a zombie in it, but you just go around the post and you can avoid him. Isn't it like Italian for Wind Waker, if I'm not mistaken? I think it's the fastest.
Payback time.
Oh god. Just completely took my face away from the screen there. I have 1 bullet. This is gonna take a long time for Richard to pump up bullets into this guy. I think I just aggroed him too. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, yep. Now we have to go get poison cure. That's great. So there's another part of the run that I would actually reset out. That poison will probably kill us before we're even able to heal from it. Oh, there are some green herbs in the hallway out front.
Thanks.
So yeah, Richard gets killed. Spoilers. Snack food.
Richard!
Oddly enough, you can actually run directly to Richard's gun and pick it up. Don't know why, but you have enough time. Yeah, I know. Well, that's why this is practice. shouldn't have shot at him anyways. There's no purpose in actually aggroing him there. I could have just let Richard handle it. Instead, I'm an idiot. Who is the bads at game. But hey, a little poison never hurt anybody, right? But a lot can kill you. This, oh god. I'm making another mistake. Nah, this run was dead in the water because I actually entered the wrong room when I went for the dog whistle, so. Yeah, you can get double poisoned. And not only that, you can also get poisoned that, like, the serum doesn't cure. Like, serum only cures specifically the snake poison. Oh, the frickin' snakes out in front of the caverns. I keep reminding myself of things that I hate about this game. Those snakes are like friggin' unavoidable. I'm not gonna shoot this guy. Screw him. Do I even have enough space for the serum? Yes, I do. Do not need that. Do not need that. Haha. It almost makes me look like I know what I'm doing. At least I could bullshit my way through it. It's kind of weird with the speedrun of this game. There's a lot of leeway. As long as you know the position of healing items and like where stuff is and where enemies are. Seems pretty straightforward. But sometimes I remember different scenarios, and my mind plays a little trick on me. So I think I'm in a room that I'm supposed to be in, and I'm not, because it's like the wrong scenario. I get really confused with Chris's small key placement, like, because the order for small keys with him is very, very important. But all this stuff I remember. Because, you know, it's static. It doesn't change. Okay. Can you... Thank you. Okay. She was having a little trouble there. So normally, you don't get bit by yawn. You pick this up, go out of here, go in the right-hand door, go all the way down, and then do the painting room. It's like one fell swoop. You should be able to get everything in. If you're not terrible at video games like me, make sure that you go into the board screen there and try to pick that up, because you totally don't need that at all. I think the wooden mound is actually for, I want to say, the tentacle? Oh, you know what? We need to get the Magnum emblem. Do I have 2 spaces in my inventory? I think I do. Okay, I got 3. More than enough. Yeah, there's enough failure in this run to go around. I'm I'm reminded of LeBron James. We're talking about practice. If you only have 2 inventory slots, pick up the gold bee and the hook first, so you can combine them. Hello! Oh. Okay, that there. Speaking of not the bees. Dino Crisis. Good name. Dino Crisis is definitely a game that has a lot of similarities to Resident Evil. Don't bite me, don't bite me. Oh, you poisoned me too, didn't you? No. Okay, good. Not the bees. You could go for defense items and healing items in the other room, and obviously there was herbs there, but every difficulty's different, so like there'll be less herbs on certain ones and more herbs on other ones. Meow. Yeah, Resident Evil is definitely one of my favorite series, by far. Not even like a small margin. Why did I come in here? I had no reason to come in here. My memory is failing me. Watch me get grabbed by the zombie now. I would have deserved it. Next time we go through that door, it'll be repaired, so don't worry about the knob falling apart. I think you can go through it 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't really worry about that zombie. It takes him a while to get out. Even when there's a hunter there, as long as you enter, like exit the room and then enter, it's not really a big deal. Solution to this puzzle is 1, 4, 5. It's those paintings, like if they're in order from the first one that you see. Oh man, light gun games. There's so many good light gun games out there. And then there's really bad ones too. Like Revolution X. Revolution X! You fire CDs at people. You get to see Aerosmith play live in concert. Tell me that video wouldn't get flagged immediately. Taken down for copyright infringement. Dude, I played some unknown band from Life is Strange, and they took the whole friggin' video down. Muted the shit out of it. Gotta press both heart switches for this mask. And then the other 2 are in order. When you go into the last inventory screen here, usually it's a good idea to equip the shotgun. So, remember to do that, Gaggle. Dude, shoutouts to the Velociraptors, though, in Dino Crisis. You want to talk about a heavy inventory game? That game is like the heaviest. No, sir. Not today. When you get to hell, tell the devil you need a shotgun. You could pick up those shotgun shells if you're hurting for ammo, but We are definitely not. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Up this way. Oh, whoop. Nope. Painting room. Remember what you're doing, Gaggle. Oh yeah, right. There's so many good games that I want to mix up that they just won't happen. Because either like for instance, Konami is into, you know, making pachinko machines. They don't really care about their IPs as far as video games are concerned. I'm just gonna shoot him to get him on the way. You know what I would absolutely love is one of the other games that I speedrun. Parasite Eve. I would love to get a remake. Or just an upgrade. That game did not hold up to the test of time. If you're quick enough, you don't have to worry about the dog coming up behind you and biting you in the butt. Actually, we have 4 shells, so now's a good time to pick these up. Because they will not take up an inventory slot. We could just refill Mr. Shotgun here. All about that path of least resistance. There's a battery. You won't know until the camera angle changes, but by then you'll start inspecting the actual shelf that it's on instead of actually picking it up. Because this game's good like that. Okay, so both veins, like the first one goes west, and I think the other one's north, but they're in the lower right-hand quadrant of the screen. That's all you need to remember. Yeah, it's north. Going for first crank. Pick up the Magnum along the way. Don't move when you get inside this screen. Just basically try to aim the gun directly towards the camera. And then aim up. Until you see birds, fire. Everything dead. I'm sorry, birds. My fellow feathered friends. Let it be known that you died for a good cause. Maximum firepower. This is a really fun puzzle. Really hard to figure out, too. I mean, I get that it's like a call out to the previous Resident Evils, but the previous Resident Evils actually made this an actual puzzle where you had to go and collect these. So, oh really? Guess I didn't have it turned enough. Hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. Appreciate it. Good old Lisa Trevor. Lisa has a sordid history with the Umbrella Corporation. Could have went up the other way, but I decided to go a long way around. The scenic route. Xenogears. Another game that would desperately need a remake. Pick up good old Mr. Crankhandle. Soon it'll be time for Not the Snakes. Oh, come on. Get up there. Now, since this is practice, I'm not actually going to kill Lisa or, like, shoot her here with the Magnum. I'm actually going to try to dodge her. It's a tight window, but sometimes she'll forward smash. You can bait it out by holding up lightly when you spawn, backing up immediately, and then running to the left. But it's a really tight window. Oh, money. I get the difficult dodges, and then I screw something up like running into a zombie, like full force. No. Keep your hands to yourself, sir. Okay, so now that we got the crank, we start on the guardhouse. Oh. My memory doesn't get fuzzy on the route until we make it to the caverns and Enrico. My best run of this game ever. I was on such good pace. And then in the caverns, there was a hunter spawn at that point. And two of them run out in the hallway, and I got stuck behind the one. And the other one jump slashed me and killed me instantly. Ended the whole run like, I'd say like an hour and 15 minutes in. I was devastated. I didn't play this game for months. I just balled up and cried. Sometimes it's a shame to watch a good run die.
This is Brad. If you can hear me, just give me a sign. Anything.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me? Shit, it's broken.
A little bit closer. That's good. I was hoping to get two of them in one shot, but... Say, Lovey. Oh. That's not gonna be good. There we go. This game has weird hit detections with some of the event triggers. Like right there, if you're not standing in front of that, just be like, I don't need to use this. Plus, my movement can use a lot of work. Hence the practice. The snacks are the real MVPs of this game. There's a dog there. You can shoot him if you want. But you'll be back through this way. I just shoot him on the way back. Snacks. Why did it have to be snacks? First order of business. Book. Actually, inventory check. Lots of space. Interestingly enough, you could get the solution to the V-Jolt puzzle. Well, at least the door. Like the keypad door. You could get the solution in this room by going up and looking at the pool table. The colored balls coordinate with lighting up the candles that are found in this room. As long as that snake is, spider is on the door there, you do not have to worry about him. If he's on the ground, just get inside the corner, and he will try to spit acid at you, but the wall will eat the acid, so... Push this box approximately 3 times. I mean, if I was going for time, I really could just get hit by the tentacle. I don't really care. Tentacle does not do much damage, but this is the safest path. I think you need to take this 3 times? Maybe twice? I don't know.
No, that wasn't part of our deal. But it's not necessary to destroy stars.
Little known fact, he's actually talking to Darth Vader. Because, you know, Death Star.
Play my cards right.
Destroying stars. You guys get it? That was a bad joke.
Jill.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, you heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself? You alright? What's gotten into you?
You should become a
I'm
streamer.
getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change. Don't worry, I'm just going to get some fresh air. If I'm lucky, I'll get to waste some monsters along the way.
Nice. Oh, why did I turn around? So little birdie told me that you can actually clip into the edge of this one bookcase here and you don't have to push the other one. But, I don't know why. I like to have my path open there. Yeah, right? I also like to do something else a little unconventional. If you wait a little bit. Okay. You just whip and quit because, you know. Why not? But that zombie will come in here. And then you don't have to dodge around him 15,000 times when you're coming through this area. Because you do have to come back through here. So now we got the other residence key and we gotta go back out to the main doorway. Main hallway, rather. So we can get the key to the control room and do the whole shark puzzle. There's many different ways that you can get through the whole Neptune part. Neptune is the name of the giant shark. Coming up ahead. It's a boss battle. I was using finger air quotes there. Because there's two ways. There's like a guaranteed kill on him, and then there's like a dodge called Neptune Skip, where you just hold up and right and run right past them. Grab the key. Camera, please. Camera, please. You ever just watch your time tick by? Then die a little inside? As long as you just run straight to this, let it drain, and then mash A, and then turn around, like quick turn and run out, you should be fine. You never have to come back. Nice. That was a loud noise. Okay, so now sharks. This is one part of the game that they definitely improved in the remake. The shark room originally had like nothing to fear in it. And the room itself, like, had nothing on the walls or anything like that. Probably because water physics back then were... well, they're a thing. What am I doing? Barry always has the best excuses. He's the most believable character in the entire game. Since you're already in this hallway, I like to push this right to the edge of the door. And then run in between these two and push this one. Right there, Jill ran a little too far to the right for my liking, but that's okay. We're talking about just a couple frames. So yeah, box puzzles. There's one of these in Resident Evil 2 as well. When you're playing as either Ada or Sherry. When you gotta drop down and go into the crawl space. Man, Resident Evil 2 is such a quick speedrun. Like the original one, it's down below like, I think it was 50 minutes the last time I checked. It's insanely fast. In this room, you could kill the sharks if you want to. I wouldn't suggest it, though. Sharks take no hit stun, and the longer you stand there trying to fight them, the more likely you are to get bit. I say just take a wide angle around the room, and you should be good. Just keep running forward. Do not stop. Yep, see? You hit the wall a little bit, they're gonna catch up to you. Also, if you spend too much time, Neptune will actually come out right there and eat you. So that's the thing. Taking 3 hits on this run so far. On an easier game mode, like, you could probably waste them in 1 hit with the Magnum.
Emergency. Unknown source.
This has a
of
very
pressure
specific order
detected.
you have to do it in.
Locking
And you have to
all
read the
doors
whiteboard to know
achieve
which
maximum
valve to
safety.
hit. So you gotta hit this panel over here. Release the safety mechanism. Turn around immediately. Hit the shutter. It'll stop halfway.
Reaching 30%
Run over
of
to the
pressure
whiteboard.
threshold.
That shit. Valve 2. That is completely random, by the way, and it changes on every playthrough, so you have to read it.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold.
Release the safety again. Turn around.
Activate emergency drainage system
The shutters,
immediately.
and then drain. If you did everything right, it should be at, like at the easier difficulties, it'll be at critical 70, I think. Critical 90 on hard mode. You have just enough time. Oh. Wait, did I hit the panel? Oh. Okay. That works. I don't know why that camera angle kind of screwed me up there. Now, if you were on Chris's playthrough, this is where you would find the assault shotgun. On good old Kenneth Bro's corpse. Well, actually, he was eaten by a shark, so it's on the shark, if I'm not mistaken. You don't have to worry about the sharks on the way to the key. On the way back, that's another story. So this right here is Neptune. This is considered a boss. Okay, now you can just jump down and turn to the right there. That's the speedrun tactic. I'll show you the safe strat. The safe strat is put in the water, and then hitting this switch over here. Shocking. Some fireworks just for you, chat. That takes a little bit longer. If you run just like I did there, like you just drop down and run to the right, that's fine too. There's gonna be some Magnum rounds, and I think some grenade rounds too if you really want them, but you don't technically need them. If you mix the V-Jolt, you'll have to come back through this way, even though the pressure is drained, and go back up, unlock the door, to get to the plant core of Plant 42. We're not going to do that. This is a lower difficulty, so we're just going to go ahead and waste Plant 42. I think it takes 4 Magnum shots, I want to say. The keypad entry for the door with the V-Jolt is 365. First I, then click the 3. Second I, click the 6. And then third I, click the 5. The V-Jolt process requires 3 inventory spaces. And you have to mix the V-Jolt in that room, and if you screw it up, you'll kill yourself. So that's the thing. When you first enter this room, there's going to be bees. Don't worry about them. Just keep running. Don't stop running in the room. The longer you linger, the more likely you are to get stung. Not the bees. Yeah. Oh my god. Sometimes in that rando, by the way, you can actually have zombies crawling around in the ceiling. And if there's a staircase in the room, they slowly work their way down. Do not hit A too much here. If you examine that hole, bees will spawn inside the room that I'm currently standing in. And that's no bueno. Yeah, the ceiling zombies. And they can slowly work their way down the staircase, which is freaking terrifying looking. Okay, now that all the bees are taken care of, we can go down this hallway here and grab the key to fight Plant 42. Our last residence key. That's not the right door. Oh yeah, it is. I'll be okay. Now we get to see our lewd photo. Bees and sharks. I like it when they spawn in walls because there's that loud crushing sound. It's so freaking loud. Load. Oh. Yeah, so normally if you mix the V-Jolt and then you come back into this room, Barry will actually kill Plant 42 for you with the flamethrower. There's a separate achievement for it, but I already got it with both Barry and Rebecca. You actually get to play as Rebecca for a small portion of the game, if you do it that way with her, specifically. So now we got the last key for the mansion. This will be our last run through the mansion. When we're finished with this, we can move on to the lab. Oh, hey Rain.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say.
I apologize. It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
I understand. Anyway, it's good that you're safe.
Did you notice? Barry, he sounded a little flaky.
Now that you mention it, yeah. I'll keep a close eye.
Maybe it's quite natural under these circumstances. It's not really our standard operation. Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
I agree.
There are still rooms in that mansion we can't get into because they're locked up. I've been looking for ways to...
Okay, if there's anything, I'll go back to the other mansion.
I'm counting on you.
FYI, when we go back to the mansion now, there'll be hunters everywhere. The hunters spawn in. Some of them you can avoid, some of them you have to kill. There's no two ways about it. You don't have to avoid the tentacle anymore. Plant 42 is officially dead. Pretty sure there's only blue herbs there. I think there's some green herbs out in front here. Should probably heal myself back up. If you grab something at your feet, you have to bend down to pick it up. If you grab something that's at chest level, they do not have a bending animation, and it saves a couple of seconds.
Come in, Stars Alpha Team. Come in.
This is Jill.
Does anybody hear me?
I hear you, Brad. Over.
Stars Alpha Team. Bravo Team. It doesn't matter. Respond. I repeat, this is Brad.
Brad? Brad!
This is Brad. If you can't answer me, somehow give me a sign.
Jill to Brad. Can you hear me? Brad!
Ground control to Major Brad.
Shit. It's broken.
The second time you said that. Oh, I guess there aren't. Maybe in the next room there's green herb? We do know in the following room there's snakes now. Boom. Kaboom. Should've just wasted another bullet. Screw it. Yay, no dogs later. Oh, there's the green herb. Usually nice to grab stuff on the path in between. I'm gonna get bit. No, I'm gonna get bit. Yeah. Just tell me I'm not poisoned. That snake always bites me. Good. I literally saved right before that part. Practiced those snakes again and again and again. Every single time. Sometimes they like chain bite me. That's the best. At least on the lower difficulties, there's plenty of blue herbs around. In case you get poisoned in that area. No. No, don't examine the garden supplies. Pick up the... There you go. That's a good girl. Always run through this room. As fast as humanly possible. Dog will jump the fence. Okay, now here's where the hunters are gonna spawn. What I suggest... I mean, you can do it any way you want to. You could hold up and right, like I'm going to. And just run into that door. Or you could just run forward and run into the painting room, reset it. The whole reason I grabbed the self-defense gun was for this guy here. Now this guy should jump down and take exactly... Oh! Is there none on this difficulty? Well, maybe there's none. Interesting. Yeah, hunters. Okay, so we don't need the self-defense gun anymore. I'm just gonna keep the crank on me. Do we have shotgun shells? Yeah. Reload the shotgun while we're at it. On hard mode, there's usually 2 of those hunters. The self-defense gun is for the one on the bottom, and then the last 2 shells inside whatever shotgun you're using can be used. The other hunter will jump down, and you can go ahead and put your last 2 shotgun shells into him, and he should die at the stairs. I think there's only 1 zombie in this room. Or in this hallway, rather. Unless I killed it earlier. I don't remember. I'm missing something here. What am I missing? I don't know. Pretty sure this is the path down to the basement with the statue. Yep. We hit up the item box, so I think we should have enough inventory space for all the upcoming events here. We are going to pick up an awful lot of ammo, though. We technically don't need all of it, though. There's so much ammo in the easier difficulty settings. Ammo management is so extremely important on hard mode. Don't get caught behind that wall. It will crush you to death. If you're not quick with this puzzle, the wall will come and push the statue back out in the middle, and you'll have to reset the whole thing over again. Charge pack. I don't even think we need this many self-defense items, to be honest. And now you learn the truth of Trevor. Or you would if I was reading any of that. So apparently to get back at Umbrella, he built like secret passages all over so that he could escape, but they turned his daughter into an undead demon that roams the grounds. There's 2 spiders here. I wouldn't worry too much about them. Now watch this one spit acid at me instantly. Okay. Yeah, you could just run around them. There's a map in that room, by the way. But I don't even bother. There's 2 zombies in this room. You can deal with them however you want. I'm just gonna shoot one. And then I'll probably just use a self-defense item on the other one. If I have to, if I can't run around them. That's the power for the elevator. Shocking. We have a ton of self-defense items, so there's no point in not using them. Okay, now this zombie, if you actually go in here into the kitchen, and then just like run this way, wait until he like turns and see which way he's going, just run around him. I have no idea when that other zombie gets up, but the elevator should have more than enough time to come down before you have to worry about him catching up with you. Zombies are unnaturally slow, so that's the thing. When you get out of this room, there's going to be a zombie to your right. Cut a hard right. Cut around the corner. Sometimes you can dodge him, sometimes not. Sometimes you dodge him. Sometimes you feel like a dodge. Sometimes you don't. I would suggest picking up the Magnum rounds and the charge pack with the battery. Oh. Excuse me. fairly certain. Let's see, the fake key room is the one that I need to get to right now. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through this door. We could drop off the excess items, because we don't need the book right now. Now this room you have to be very careful in, especially in hard mode. Hard mode there will be 2 hunters in this room. Hunters won't spawn in this room in the easier modes until you walk down the hallway and they bust through the windows. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off some items. We don't need the book right now. We don't need the... well, I think we'll take everything else. Yeah, we should have dropped something else off. Probably the shotgun. As soon as you run out of this room, hold up and just tap left on the directional pad. That is a really tough dodge, by the way. That Crimson Head is fast as hell. I don't know why I make the hard dodges and then I miss the easy ones. Makes no sense to me. Or I get caught up on something like that. It's like right in the middle of your way. Okay, so this is the on fight. Time to kill a snake. I'm gonna use the Magnum just so that I can get rid of the other. Fire 3 shots, run down the ladder. Oh! How dare you bite me, sir? Technically, you should wait until you stun him and then move. And you should also never, like, actively reload your weapon. You should go into the menu for it, but whatever. That works. At least we're not poisoned. There are herbs on the way out. So there's the other book. Dequeep that boy. Back to the ladder. Oh, come on. Okay, so that's 4 hits that we've taken so far. We need practice on second yawn. We need practice on... what else do we need practice on? Got hit by something stupid. Oh, the sharks in the hallway. Kind of curious as if I should try this door. Probably not. Yep, probably not. Okay. Sirs. Sirs, please. Well, they don't call it the murder hallway for nothing. At least we only got clipped by the Crimson Head there once. There is a reason I'm going this way, though. I want to get both of these jewels. That way we can get the Mo disc on our... push this once. One full push. And then push this one all the way against. Shut off the light. Okay, now the trick to this is when you jump up on this guy, slowly work your way towards the bullhead statue. I know Rain was having a lot of trouble with that. Okay, make sure you examine it a second time because, you know, one time wasn't enough to look at it. Grab this dagger. When the eagle's in the farthest position, just run straight across, jump up on this, turn, pick up the red. Should be pretty consistent. And that's that puzzle. We're gonna take the path in the bottom of this room. I'm actually gonna drop off the books, but I'm gonna take the Mo-disc with me. The plus side of not playing as Unreal Survival is that the item boxes are linked. In other words, you can go to a different item box and pull items out of it when you dropped it in a different one. In Real Survival, you have to remember where you dropped everything. So it's even more inventory management that you gotta remember. If you pick up the blue gem earlier, you can actually get some more ammo in this room up here. The tiger statue will take the blue and yellow gem. Do not put the red one in it. It will spawn snakes and they will poison you. And the hilarity of it is that if you do this early on, like the earlier you put the red thing or the red gem in there, the more likely you are to die, because there's not a lot of blue herbs in the actual mansion. When you exit this room, there's a knife right on the table out in front. Also, the zombie in the hallway should not be a problem. He usually has his back turned towards you and you can run right behind him. Pretty consistent. Oop. So now all that's left is the last door for the last key that we have. And then a puzzle that is the bane of every speedrunner's existence. But not because it's a hard puzzle, just because it's a little difficult to do with the controller. I think mouse and keyboard would be a lot easier. But it is what it is. Wait until this guy comes over at you in the corner. And just angle yourself so you can grab the box and get out. There is a defense item and an herb in here, but you don't need either of them at this point. I like to exit the room before I do the puzzle. You could probably just do it in there. Doesn't really matter. Snap, snap, please. Hate them when they don't snap. I don't know what I gotta do. Maybe move this one over a little bit. Come on. Work with me here. Snap, 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 snap. This is taking forever. There we go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the most difficult part of the game. At least for me. Adjusting those puzzle pieces and getting them to fit is a pain. Oh, now that I think about it, this probably isn't the best way to go. I could have went through the painting room. Through the graveyard. No, I guess it doesn't really matter. There is a hunter in the room that we need to go to now. Before we, see Enrico. I mean, there's a zombie in this room now, but it doesn't really matter. There's not much left of the mansion that we have to traverse, so we are well on our way through most of the game at this point. Wait, I need the battery. Spencer key I'm going to use. Mode disc I could drop off, but I'll just hang on to it. Yeah, see, there from earlier, the doorknob is repaired now, so you don't have to worry about it breaking anymore. Our good friend Rooster was nice enough to repair it. I go into this door literally so I can turn around and go back in. When you reset the room, that hunter always screams at you before he attacks. So you might get lucky and be able to run around him without him. Like that. Wastes a little bit of time, but so does getting hit or killed. I don't think a hunter slash will actually kill you in an easy mode. Whole bunch of supplies in this room if you want them. Normally people wait until the last roundabout way through the caverns and everything to grab the shotgun shells, but I grab them early on. It all depends on your inventory, you know? If you got the space for it, why not, you know? Oh, I love it. I have venom, though. Poisoned? Nope. So we killed the doggos earlier, so we don't have to worry about them anymore. Just gotta put in Mr. Battery. Technically, we could have used the Spencer key and went through the Spencer door, but we don't really need to. we're not going to be choked up ahead for inventory space at all, so. The majority of the hard puzzles in the game are all completed. The mansion literally only has one more thing that we have to do, and we're just going to pass through it, basically. I do like to save the Spencer key for later, because then we don't have to deal with that hunter anymore. And it reminds me to stop by the item box on the way out, because I forget things like that. Now that we put the battery in, we have a direct access to the cabins, so. A couple more puzzles down there. And then we will be on to the lab. I like the flow of this game. I've always liked the flow of Resident Evil 1. A lot of people say that the end game is like too easy, but I like the fact that they've like put double boss battles at the end and everything like that. Made it a lot of fun for me, and like item acquisition, really, really important.
Is that you, Jill?
Is that voice Enrico's?
That voice.
Yeah?
You're alive!
Stop!
You, Jill.
Are you with anybody, Jill?
No, but why?
The stars are finished. Someone is a traitor. Umbrella set us up.
I don't see what Jill dating somebody has to do with
Enrico!
it. At least buy a girl dinner first before you ask her out. Jeez, Rico.
Traitor? Who?
Who could it be? Guys, do you know? Don't tell me. I don't want to be spoiled. Just gonna grab onto a dead guy's crank here. Don't mind me. Wait, he's holding something. That's the hunter that ended my run before. I was at this part at, I think, 1 hour and 3 minutes. That hunter ended everything that I love. I just got stuck on his character model. I tried to take the inside corner instead of the outside corner, and I didn't push him like I just did. Excuse me, sir. I love how they just yammer on like idiots before they attack. They kind of like waste their only opportunity to kill me. Okay, so this item box, we could put away the Modisc finally. And the green-handled crank. Don't need either of those. This one we only have to crank once, which is nice. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I should probably have ammo to fight Black Tiger. That should be enough. That's some heavy breathing. She was stuck in an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Or no, Ark of the Covenant? I think it was Ark of the Covenant. Make sure you don't equip your weapon before you go into a boss fight. That's always the best option. I don't think Black Tiger actually... Oh, okay. That's a strong start. I don't think he actually takes more than 3 magnum bullets anyways. He's gonna spit acid. Pick up the knife. Okay, so that's 5 hits that we took. Oh, don't get too close to his corpse either. He like sprays acid for a good solid like 5 minutes. And then he spawns all these baby spiders that you don't even want to have to deal with, so I suggest just leaving the room and going back in. You gotta swipe away the webbing with the knife anyways, so might as well just reset the room. I don't actually know if the other spider spawns. He might still be in this room? I don't know. I try not to spend too much time in that room anyways. If you have the flamethrower with Chris, that part really sucks. Why did I go this way? Oh, there's a map back there if you need it. You could de-equip the knife if you wanted to, but it's gonna take 3 turns. After your 3rd turn, just run forward and to the left. The boulder won't actually activate until you leave your inventory, so you activate it pretty much. Okay. And this will be the last time that we need to use the hexagonal crank. I like they kept the style of cranks through most of the early REs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exactly 4. Then that will push the statue out for you. Then you gotta move it twice onto the pedestal. If you can't avoid stepping on the pedestal, because it will turn Jill. And it just wastes time. If you can. You don't have to actively avoid it. It's not like it. It's not a huge detriment. It's just time waster. I say this knowing full well that I'm like about to step on it. Okay, I can't. Okay, there we go. Yep. There she goes. You spin me right round, baby, right round like a record, baby. Is it lined up? I'm gonna say no. No, of course not. There we go. That looks better. Oh, okay. No, that's cool. You kind of like glitched it over. It was like helping me along, like here, idiot. Nice depth perception. Okay, so now that we have the shaft part, it's back to the first room. We are almost through this game, fam. We just got the broken flamethrower puzzle, the last mansion, and then the lab. I think there's hunters in this room. Are there? No. Next room. I know we have to dodge hunters at some point. Put away the knife. Put away the crank. I don't think we picked up any other shotgun shells. Nope. Okay. So we out of here. Okay, now earlier we avoided this section. Yank this baby out. Combine it with the part that we just picked up. Use it. Elevator code is 423 1. I think there's one more code that I gotta remember. 8462 for the lab door. That's all that you need to remember. I think Barry joins us here.
Jill!
Barry? Thank God you're safe.
You too, Jill. A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't expect to find a place like this. Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
What the hell is that sound? It could be a person. Jill, go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day. I'll stay here and secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
Okay, a little trick to this part. You can spawn Lisa. This works for invisible enemy mode too. Take that camera angle when you get to that path, that like fork in the road, and just run to the left, and she'll always spawn there. So that way she won't hit you when you go to the first part of the box. Camera angles. Need to push this box onto the conveyor. It's too bad you can't just ride with it. Won't let you move until the box ends up. Okay, now the trick to spawning Lisa here is when you get to the part where there's stairs, go down the stairs. Right here, get that camera angle. She'll spawn right there. And then you have a clear path back to where you came from. Getting her to spawn where you want uninvisible enemy mode is really important. Because you will not be able to see her except for the reflections of the puddles in the ground.
Barry!
Oh, Barry betrayed me. Maybe he's the one who shot Enrico. Terrible. Okay, now you gotta put the box in the crusher and get the broken flamethrower. It might look like you can actually get away with one less push there, but that bar, its depth perception is a little off. Originally, there was a way that you could crush yourself to death with this thing, but I don't remember how to do it. I think the most dangerous crusher in all the Resident Evil series is definitely in Code Veronica. I have killed myself with the cannon one multiple times. Because you have to be quick with it. Otherwise it will kill you. I think that one's timed. You have to like put down the orb and quickly run out of the square. Now this spawning actually requires a little bit of extra work. Once you spawn Lisa in this circumstance, you have to wait for her to come at you around the corner. If you don't, she'll go back up the hill and she will meet you before you can get to the door. So you gotta wait, watch her, wait for her to come up there. Now she'll follow you. Pull this. And then run all the way around. Oh god. I think I screwed it up. I went the wrong way. Yes, I did. Totally went the wrong way. And the camera in this game is tricky. Ow! Lisa, please. Yeah. I know. You're not having a good day. I am almost dead. Good thing there's these conveniently placed herbs here. Man, she's just having a good old time. I don't know where she is. Oh, there you are. Hey! How's it going? Are you just spawning all over the place? Is that what's going on here? Okay, maybe we can get this with the other camera. There, and there. Okay, that works. Bear with me here. Just howling up a storm back there. Oh, that's 6 hits, by the way, that we took. Don't worry about the snakes in here. Just keep running down the thing. They shouldn't bite you. Oop. Make sure you examine her bed instead of the jewelry box. And that's it for the caverns. Now we just got another zombie dodge. And, I mean, technically, it's not really a dodge in the graveyard where you got the Magnum. You just literally have to hold straight on the directional pad. Run past everything. The other guy is the tree zombie from earlier. Since our item boxes are linked, we do actually save time. Or we don't have to run back to the other side of the mansion to grab the books, because normally we would have placed them on the dining room side. I don't know what he was jumping at. Nowhere near him. So yeah, that's the only zombie that you really have to dodge. When we go through these next double doors, there will be 2 zombies, but you can literally either hold up and right and like run to the inner wall, and the middle zombie won't even activate. That guy. Or just hold forward, run past him. By the time he turns around, you're already past him, so it's not like it matters. He has like 3 different spawn positions, but they're all far enough away from you to not get hit, so it's a good thing. So now we enter the last mansion. Coming up on the end of the game here, folks. If you wanted any healing items from here, now's the time. So we will not be coming back to any of these places. In real survival, if you need any ammo, usually what I suggest is you take all of this, combine the 2 stone and metal objects, and put them in the door. That way, as long as you do that ahead of time, you could take the 2 books and have all of your ammo and guns with you when you leave the mansion. Oh, come on! I needed like a fraction of a frame there. Get in the door before you hit me. It's funny. So 6 hits. But that's okay. We're probably going to take another hit when it comes to one of the boss battles. Or possibly the chimeras. Some shotgun shells in here. There's the stone and metal object. And there's another charge pack for the battery on the way out. No puzzle for this one. It's just in there. The plus side to having the item boxes linked is that you can actually now just literally go right out into the courtyard, or right out into the main hall, put them in there, and then there's an item box right afterwards where you can grab the 2 books. So we literally don't have anything to worry about in the mansion anymore. Mansion is done. Caverns are done. On to the lab. As long as you remember to take the Mo disc with you. But only if you want to. A normal speedrun of this game would have everybody die. Because that's definitely the fastest way to go through the game. Interestingly enough, Barry, you actually get that choice right before the Lisa Trevor fight, whether you want him to live or die, simply by giving him back his magnum, or holding on to it, is what determines Barry's fate. A lot of people would say that, like, the fastest way to do the Lisa Trevor fight is to wait for, like, to get lucky and have her lose her grip and fall off the ledge. But I completely disagree. I think if you just, since you have to hit them anyways, just hit the stone objects, like, and push them off. I think that's the fastest way. Because it doesn't really matter if she's hanging on or not. You still have to push them to open the door. So, just keep your fingers crossed and push them all off the ledge. That's what I think is the fastest method. Because if you're wasting time equipping a gun, shooting, stuff like that. There's not technically stairs here, but stair skating still moves you a little faster than in that particular area.
Jill, you're alive. I was worried, because I thought you were...
Start talking.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me!
That is a big gun. So, everybody in chat, pray to RNGesus. At least it gives us a decent pattern. I got stuck in the corner.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun!
Here you go,
Thanks,
Barry.
Jill.
Let's do this. Nice swing. Oh, she's gonna jump over here, isn't she? Yep. Okay, could you... Awesome. Sweet. There's my first death in the game. Oh, what a great way to end such a crappy run. There we go. First death. Achievement unlocked. Get used to it. Die for the first time. Well, I was gonna save that one for last, but that's how it goes with the no save run. We got 1 hour and 28 minutes into the run. Literally all we had left was the lab. Well, I want to give a big shout out to everybody in chat. I mean, thanks Cream for the follow. Thanks Dino for showing up. Anybody chatting, all my friends out there. Ghost, you know, Rain. Anybody else who might be watching. If you liked the content, I mean, I'll stream it again. I don't mind doing practice runs of this because I'm going to be playing this game pretty much for the rest of my life. But I really appreciate all you guys showing up. And you have a really, really great weekend. Technically tomorrow's Friday, so I guess that's a weekend. But have a good night, everybody. Thanks again.